There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurting, longing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, Someone has ripped half the force. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror, behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens. That's right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I...
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth. But you can keep it down because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. I can see that. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes? There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type.
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental pain there, muscle man.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol. You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. Glad to have been of assistance.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now, but fine cigarette. Plus, smoking then gives massive bonuses. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. You may be what they call a big dick cop. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system, by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the... Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua. Ste Koari Skua."
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent work of taxidermy. Looks like the bird with a small engraved steel tag says,
Look, your buddy is... Why don't you go and talk to him?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well, it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is still where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is inadvisable.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number one.
A painkiller would be good about now. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the... I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the inspector. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM, and I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, but first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
The man with the unimpressive beard.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Fantastic. That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporary.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to...
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here, and I'm not going to start working here again.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn.
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business. Extra fine. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this? Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
Thank you ever so much. Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you I don't know who killed him.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they?
Oh, I meant the union dock workers. You know, the guys who everyone is saying killed him, which no one is saying about me. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. What are you, crazy?
Suddenly you tense up. Blood.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Do I have to answer?
The lieutenant's.
What are you, an idiot? I told you
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
That's a real pity.
The lieutenant turns the page.
She went away. Extra fine. She went away. Extra fine.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals, what are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
for survival to pay me. Unless you want to become a host. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get...
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find... They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. That's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Well, I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a A pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
No response. He just arches his brow. A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents. I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular, garden variety ravacholière. No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my note.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances. He looks one with the table. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John. Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it. But no, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says, "Yum yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with this." The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane.
Why the yelling, man? Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics. Logistics? Nope. It's a nightmare. Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuxley, despite the headache and the...
They got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guard.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusion.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is... Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue vapor emanates from the large engine. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical kitten.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over. 10-4, what's your status? Over. Ten 18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain.
1022, the captain? This sounds bad.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be...
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire...
Mullen dicked us.
"10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over."
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost...
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over. He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his...
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are...
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is... Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing.
Okay. Tell him
to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir.
Nothing is working.
He says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said... Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Really.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. Then for your address.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand?
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen.
Tell him to stop wasting...
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10. Excuse me, sir. Over. No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things were... 10-4, well, that...
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on this?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining...
For God's sake, cut this shit out!
Sir, Satellite Officer Vigmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Change of plans. Her number.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 00...
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from some... You know whom? Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
Great. Anything else? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. But this...
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distress.
Nothing you can say would make you feel. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that is psychological disintegration.
There is nothing ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is a
An awareness creeps up on you.
ex-love, ex-te. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had...
Somewhere in the sword, like a fly to the ointment.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, a fiery streak penetrates...
mirror hangs above hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, or recollection of the person you are, with all the synapses you've extinguished. It's a miracle as you slowly reach your hand towards the surface. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an... Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't... What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You are correct. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan. The up you swoop up and catch. What you have in your hand is a truly hidden. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinked. It says, whirling in rags. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner. With congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find a cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up. The young woman raises. Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birthmarks.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't. First, I have to ask.
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth. But you can keep it down because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. I can see that. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol. You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from... Oh, yes. Various artists. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. I don't know about that. A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song, don't be. I was going out later anyway. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. There was. I think you screamed that you...
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental...
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it. Glad to have been of assistance.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes. Both copiously green. Good. They're balanced. Comfy. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray. Light it up and smoke the living shit. Who knows what you are? A monster. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette. Or better yet, good. Thinking about yummy. And when you're done thinking about them, plus smoking them gives... You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know you're vast, utterly, and through a PA system, by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad... You would need another copy of the tape first, though. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you. Your fingers find their way into the shackle. Flicking open, the man emits a loud snort. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your action. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber.
Why the yelling, man? Really? You woke me up for that? Fine. That's the name of my employer. How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour. For one, I get you some more shut-eye in the mornings. They got it.
The way he says measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess.
We are the workers, the union. Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. Indeed. Help yourself to...
The dock worker doesn't answer. A bespectacled man as you approach, on the sleeve of his bomber jacket as...
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to... Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body, where it has been hanging for 7 days.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
I can see you drank last night. If you need something for your headache...
A painkiller would be good about now. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have...
I was sent here to meet a detective. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black... Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen... I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motorcade. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use... We all feel that way sometimes. But first, we have to take it down. After it's been up in a tree...
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your part.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word link. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, there's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city, that's right. I'm afraid you and I are part. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the... No, it's not a particularly mystery.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It doesn't look like he wants the case to be more...
Good.
No response. He just arches his brow. A moment passes. The lieutenant
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the that's a fair point. That's correct.
That makes him a Binoclard.
I can assure you, detective, that I've passed all the required physical exams.
You may not remember taking any little tests, but you're strong as a goddamn ox. Anyone can see that.
Just because your precinct has a reputation for cracking skulls doesn't mean that's the only way to solve a case. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's... I don't speak a word of Seolite, and I've never met either one of my grandparents. There is nothing ethnic I can... What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant produces his small... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in some you time? This is a police
A moment passes.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here...
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Oh, no. I haven't smoked in years. Quitting smoking is one of the best things you can do for your health, officer.
What are you talking about? Smoking is one of the last remaining pleasures of this world. Trust me, there's not much...
I'm sure it lends you a roguish charm, sweetie. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful... I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it, but you were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs, and while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often someone more educated in sweeping.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Of course, dear.
A man in his late...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can...
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as
I didn't imply that. Detective, it's your turn.
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big... I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock work. The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat...
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or...?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing...
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles.
No, I didn't. I don't appreciate this. Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreal.
What What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
Thank you ever so much.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook.
She went away because none of your business. Extra fine. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get up.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you...
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30. You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything. I don't really need you to say anything. I just need the money. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Axe. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your... Before you stands a vapor emanates from the large. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leatherwork, the frequency tab, the soft purr.
This is Precinct...
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've...
This is officer...
Under the green prime line.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, 10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. 10-4, message received.
10-22.
Is it him? What?
Says he lost his badge and needs to...
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the Beth...
Dick Mullen is not your name. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He's asking you to stop.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Dietmar Conkers, losing your badge. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here.
Fuck me. Mac, come...
What's going on?
Super Carpe,
He lost his
badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New heights even for Cap.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy... Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, come in, officer. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you misplace your... He says he...
Dear God, he lost...
This isn't really...
Mac can face the giant of cocoa.
Oh, I can't.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a negative.
What's he saying?
He said he...
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing?
Shut up, Chester. This is... Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first...
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it.
Satellite Officer V. 10-4, affirmative.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? 10-4, I hear.
What does he want?
He's asking for money.
Is he
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds. Anything else, sir? Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing... That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... Of course.
Change of plans.
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone.
No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. You know...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers' union.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. What? Of course it bothered me. But no one calls the police. You know, what the union says goes. I don't know what to tell you, officer. No, sorry. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost it.
Please, no. Not this again. You were trying to impress some people with it.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
Great. Anything else? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your...
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? He watches you melt down stoically. Nothing you can... Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Before use, vapor emanates. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering, a scent of leatherwork and the frequency, the soft...
This is Precinct...
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done
This is
under the green prime line.
Of course.
Change of plans. Her number.
Yes.
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right.
There is no...
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, you know who? Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, sorry. People don't have them.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later,
What? Of course it... No one calls... You know...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is dead.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
You hear the call break.
Anything else I can help you with? Just a second.
10-2, 10-4, what's your status? 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. 10-9, repeat. 10-4, message.
10-20.
Is it him?
Says it.
You what?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidius. You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the best...
Dick Mullen, defend yourself. Immediately.
10-4, I hear you, officer.
Fuck me.
What's going on?
Super guy.
He lost his badge.
He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again.
New heights...
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson.
Check your pockets. Okay.
10-9, come in officer. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, come in officer. Come in officer. 10-9, repeat message. He's...
Dear God.
This is...
Malcolm.
I'm not going to
Ask him.
Now is a good time to say.
That's...
What's he said?
He,
The prick... Shut up. Tell him to...
Sergeant Orson request Mac. He...
Who?
Satellite officer. I'm afraid he might be referring to him.
Fire, water?
Satellite officer... 10-4 at some...
Oh,
Officer, do you need further assistance? 10-4.
What does he want?
He's asking for...
Is he...
I don't think...
Don't give...
Right, that's a negative on... Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer slides out from...
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Cold and useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and it's robust, weatherproof, and lets you see things in the dark you would... The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like. A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for... The Kupris motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective? An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition. No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. And as you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blend. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with...
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
You see a Samaran street vendor. The name, Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. The goods are cool.
From out on the bay, a cool wind.
You're very cool.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
What? No finger pistols, officer? Pew pew!
The lieutenant nods.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium men's... Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely... I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. Good joke, officer.
You glance around the decrepit building.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop when...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so...
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say...
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state. Yeah, cool ruins. I get to sell quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your... No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's or anything for you. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook? No hassle? No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers. An extremely... Oh, he's a good guy. I think you'd get along.
Interesting.
You mean these delicious No problem here, officer. I get all this... Oh, he's a good...
Interesting.
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revet.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half...
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting? Get a load of this rock and roll cop hair, people. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory. With a mild chance, it will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for...
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched...
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Kuno's got this!
Oh yeah! Nappa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Can't talk, pig! Shit's coming up strong! Throwing rocks?
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy... I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now? That's it? That's all you've got? No! Got your ass handed to you. Who's the man now, huh? Kuno's the man? You wouldn't believe the pussy Kuno tears.
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Alright, entertain the Kuno.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a...
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno! Don't ask the pigs for shit!
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road with... You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking...
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give... Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno...
Yeah, that's right! Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy!
No.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. You feel a great force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies on. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a smaller pot. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier, and
inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path to look.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Cop habit. This isn't case-related, you think. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and your...
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. But I love it not. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong, but you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make...
Silence. The air...
Oh, the stench is getting unbearable.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. Apples. Yeah, apples.
He's given you the runner.
It's about biological determinism. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial... People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Don't push your luck, Runt.
You see several packaged raincoats. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. The tear machine stands in the corner.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like, you need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out. Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are. Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you. She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. Her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. Bewilderment and repulsion root. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She looks up from her magazine.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really long. I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around.
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean I don't really know anything? I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess I don't know. What about it? I don't know.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still.
When ordinary people take over the government and... Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article. We're in Frit? As mankind, or as a nation, or in a good place? I mean, science is doing great, and this radio computer thing seems to be kinda big. I don't know. Cool.
A colourful display of the bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine,
Guess not, no.
Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic then.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. The Pale Age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, you know.
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Let's concentrate.
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you.
Substances give powerful bonuses to your main stats at the cost of damage to your health or morale. Cigarettes raise your intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises physique. Use medication, like Nosafed and magnesium, to counteract the negative effects of substances. Note: consuming...
No, Fritz only sells legal drugs, like the law said. The Pale Age vodka is special, I guess. Sure. So, are you gonna buy anything, or...?
A small cabinet on the wall is...
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have no... I don't know. Let's see. No, I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it... No. Sorry.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Dramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale.
St. Baptiste, you know. The St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. That one. There. Okay. Don't, overdo it or something.
That felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
Hey, I've got an idea on how to... There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, the ammonia only makes it worse. The combination the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son?
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
The pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, well, just a trash container. There, your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
We could try using a pry bar.
Did someone say pry bar? Pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also...
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, the harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. Some shops and a bridge. The just coast. There's a little...
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspaper.
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It's just water. No, actually, what do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
No problem.
She's very well composed.
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep them. I have another...
Really? None.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too.
I thought as much. And I...
Well, yes. Us and the garbage...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard. What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just, they come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not...
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything This trash container is locked. The sliding lid with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
No. We need to investigate now.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta among the threadbare kitchen towels. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban city.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the...
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods. Then, it's just organic waste. Cold. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out...
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 409. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? It's a metaphor for you. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you...
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my...
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol. And once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, case files, work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January. What do you mean? Is that all? There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash-free inspect the victim's body, interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the page. And a fuck you to you too. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry. Things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The hanged... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
The notebook is annual. Judging by the creases on your forehead and... Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, yes, all caps. One is called, others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an You like this grimy. Wish there was one in there about a drug den. You love though. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from you. In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time, all in a print so small it could be considered down. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color of the irises, predation mark. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are something rattles inside, ever so light, and something small inside, light. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not. There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent... Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge, like a lemon, waking from its sleep. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and...
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of microperf. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are... A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime. Two men, once...
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume.
All of them worse than here. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border. There are so many, it's hard to count. The last row has 3 perfect... That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were.
Son, here is where we score your life.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your... Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely...
Confirmed kills? That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather... There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually bad. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than... Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip. Then, the two sides of the board appear slightly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet. It smells of chewing gum. Apricot flavor. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think the familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late after. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
There is nothing. Again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great soul.
The call when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it, because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause. You think they would let you until you disintegrate into biomolecules.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's
delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with...
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
What happened? That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, It's just a racist, but it will not